Hi, this is Roman Oben, Super Bowl 37 champion. You're watching Class Act Sports.
Class Act Sports is here with former NFL lineman, Super Bowl champ Roman Oben. How you doing here at Anthony Becht football camps?
Well, first of all, Becht's a great guy. He's one of my best friends, and he's done a great service, providing value and quality camp with these kids. It's hot. It's middle of July, but they're having a lot of fun.
Talk about what you're doing here as you're giving back with the kids. You know, working with them, teaching them football and life lessons along the way.
Well, we're doing a lot of fundamentals, skills, and drills, and it's good that every kid gets to do every position. You know, some kids think they're only quarterbacks, they're only receivers. So some kids don't want to be linemen, but they realize that they'll eventually end up there, especially some of the bigger kids. They won't be receivers down the line, but they're having a lot of fun, and they're learning from people that had football experience beyond your average, football players. We're saying the same things a lot of times their coaches are saying them, but to them, but it's good when it's coming from people that played in the pros. We did beat the Eagles at the Vet to close that down, but like I just told you earlier, the Eagles had 4 chances to win the Super Bowl, so you can't blame that one on us. But no, that was a great year. Gruden, energized that whole football team, the offensive overhaul. We got the 10-year anniversary coming up next year, 2012. So, no, it was a great experience.
What was that like for you, that whole Super Bowl week and the fact that you were going against Gruden's old team? You think that helped you guys a little bit?
I think that Super Bowl was the last Super Bowl that didn't have a bye week. So we played the NFC Championship game that Sunday. We flew back to Tampa that night. We had to be packed and ready in the morning to fly to San Diego to go to the Super Bowl. So usually Super Bowls you have a bye week. So that one we only had a week to get ready. That's why that Super Bowl was played January 26th, not February 5th or whatever, like most Super Bowls. So, but it was fun. That week was a blur, but it was a great game plan. I think the Raiders mistakenly threw the ball against the best pass rush in the NFL with Warren Sapp and Simeon Rice and all those, Derek Brooks and all those guys. But no, it was a great year. It was a great year. It was one of the most memorable years of my life playing football. I'm involved in media locally. I do a lot of the Giants coverage, radio and television, pre and post game. I've done some Big East analysts for the Big East Network. I'm a Louisville guy, so we're in the Big East. In addition to things, I get involved in the community, and I also work with the private equity group that helps create alternative revenue for public entities that have lost money because of the recession. So I definitely stay busy, and I got 2 boys all playing travel sports, so that keeps me busy as well. The biggest difference between different teams is the ownership. Some teams, you hear about these teams that have the historied franchises like your Pittsburghs, your Giants, Green Bay, people like that. I played for organizations that had a little more history, like walking to Giants organizations, you felt the history. Going to a Tampa, a team that was kind of trying to turn around when I was there, versus Cleveland, a team that did have history and then trying to reestablish that versus San Diego. So it's playing in different markets. I enjoyed every experience I had. Some teams you won more than others, but for the organization, how teams are run are really the most important.
Tampa's on the rise right now with Josh Freeman, and they got such a young buck type of team, but they could do some damage next year.
They could. It's a real tough division. Carolina has got some coaching changes. New Orleans is going to be back. Obviously, Atlanta did well last year, so I think when they split the divisions up in 2002, they really made it competitive for everybody. So you really can't say every year who's a clear-cut champion, especially that NFC South. It's anybody's division every year.
Well, thanks a lot from Class Act Sports.
Thanks a lot, anytime.